Okay, I think we're in. Hi guys, just wanted to do something a bit different this time around. It's been a while, it's been a couple of months since I uploaded, and I've recorded an update probably about 20 times, and I'm just not happy with it. I just keep not saying the right things and just a little bit out of sync. I'm a bit rusty. So just figured I'm going to come on live. I'll wait for a few people to come in and of course have a little chat with you guys, and I'm going to really sum up everything in this video, what's been going on outside the channel and why I've taken a bit of a hiatus, a bit of a step back from the channel. So yeah, we'll see if we get anyone in here. I think we've got one person already, so hello. And of course, this is just like a little test. I've got my almost 400 subscribers, but I don't expect many of you to be free to come into the stream right now. But I just wanted to be here live and yeah, just let you guys know what has been going on. So hope you're all well, first of all. Enjoying the summer as much as you can. I have been, that's for sure. But now obviously work's starting to pick back up and different offers come in and go in, and yeah, just trying to roll with the punches. And yeah, we've got a couple of people in now. And I'll just hang on for a little bit longer, see if we get a few more folks involved. But yeah, I've been wanting to bring you a new update, and I'll cut to the chase straight away, as I have been going through another bout of the condition, as you can see from the title there. So round 2 of Alopecia Barbae blindsided me, caught me out of nowhere, very off guard. And yeah, just as we were doing very well with the regrowth, you know, every month I've brought you guys an update, and it's been plain sailing, an upward swing in terms of the progress. Well, it came to a screeching halt when I woke up a couple of days after my most recent update video with a brand new patch in my moustache there, followed by a patch over here, which you can see the remnants of, and then a few small circular patches on my good side as well. So it really was out of nowhere, very unexpected. And you know, the biggest piece of advice I've always given you guys on the channel is to try and make this thing happen running in the background of your life. Don't make it the focus and something to obsess over, because yeah, we saw what happened the first time. And yeah, I just wanted to learn from that. So yeah, just took a step away while I was going through it. I felt a little bit hypocritical giving you guys tip videos and telling you all about the great progress I've been making while going through the condition. So I am happy to say I'm out on the other side now, as you can see, back on track with the regrowth now. No new patches, and there was actually a reason why I had my second bout, and this time it wasn't anything to do with stress. It's all down to a new vitamin I was taking called biotin, and you might have heard that, guys. I know you're going through the condition as well. So biotin is basically a vitamin that helps with the healthy regrowth of hair. It's also good for skin and nails, and it's found naturally in milk, almonds, eggs, and a few other things. And yeah, it was something I was actually really excited to tell you guys all about. I was going to come on there on my new update, my May-June update, which, as I said, was nearing the end stages of completion when I started going through the second cycle. And yeah, biotin found naturally in those eggs, which I've made a staple part of my diet over this pandemic. Just, you know, before getting out there doing the very active lifestyle I live, eggs are just a go-to classic. Of course, trail mix, there's a lot of almonds in those. Biotin is found there. So I had great, maybe even above average levels of biotin in my system already. So to go taking these new gummy supplements, I thought, in addition to the flaxseed oil and everything else I've done, I thought it would be, you know, more progress, more regrowth. And unfortunately, I kind of overdosed on biotin. I was putting too much in my body, and then that's when my beard started to let me know once again. So as soon as I stopped taking the biotin, things started to return to normal. But I was clean shaven, completely clean shaven, down as close as I could possibly get for the last couple of months. So it's been a while, and I've only just let it come back like this. And yeah, feeling good now and back on track. So I am looking forward to getting stuck back into the channel, guys. Of course, this is another little twist in the journey of this whole condition. And it was a bit of a sobering reminder to know, no matter how great the progress is, what the hard work I've put in so far, it can be undone in an instant. I've always said this is a condition with ebbs and flows, peaks and troughs. And I found myself in a trough a couple of months ago, but happy to report now, just really for mental health and for the toll this took on me the first time round, I really wanted to make a change, and definitely made that the case, stepping away and not focusing on it, because I think if I was here giving you guys constant updates on how bad things were getting, it would have kind of taken me down there. So I didn't want the condition to start ruling me. And that's always a piece of advice I have for you guys. You know, it's easy to let this thing control you and yank you in different directions, and it can be the wrong direction. So I wanted to just instantly nip it in the bud, shave it off, forget about it, learn from everything I've gone through already, and hopefully be sat here with some more progress, which is thankfully the case. So yeah, I'm back and feeling really good. Say in that update video, I was going to be telling you guys biotin was the thing that I thought was giving me great results. I've been taking it for a month at that point. And so, yeah, I was ready to just kind of show off the results and feeling really confident. I'm really glad I didn't, because if I made that video telling you guys, you know, what was working and promoting biotin as something you've really got to do, then, you know, it would have been not too good for those guys that also have a biotin heavy diet already. So it really did highlight as well the importance of understanding your nutrition when it comes to this this disorder, this condition. And had I have gone to a specialist and they would have taken my levels and said, well, your biotin's normal, your vitamin D is normal. You know, a lot of people I've known have had various causes as well as stress. There was a guy that emailed me, no vitamin D or hardly any vitamin D from working in long hours in an office, rarely getting out there, getting outside, and that triggered his alopecia barbae. So yeah, I think that's a really good thing to do if you guys just getting started with this condition and you want to pinpoint exactly what the cause is. For me, it was very, very clear what my initial cause was. It didn't just happen to a perfectly happy, balanced guy. It happened to someone going through a lot of stress at the time. So it was a no-brainer for me. But if you are a guy that's going through the condition, the early stages, you're confused and just surprised, not sure why you're going through it, not a bad idea at all to go to a nutritionist. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't sing the praises of biotin too much before I started noticing that. And it definitely, as soon as I stopped taking it, I noticed the patch was closing back over. And again, it was a perfectly round, smooth patch, and I hadn't seen one of those for a long time. So it did kind of take me back a bit. But you know what, rather than focusing on it, getting freaked out like I did the first time, and you know, at first, the first day it was there, I was like, maybe I just cut it shaving. Like when I did it the first time around, I thought maybe I just missed shaving a bit. And that became my narrative for people saying, what's wrong with your beard? Like at first I was saying like, oh, I just missed shaving, which is funny to think back on. So yeah, I just thought it was that again. And then yeah, a couple of days later, it just got worse and worse. And rather than it getting 90% on my beard as it did last time, decided to try and do something about it this time. So there we go. That's really why I've been gone, and very excited to be back. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that this takes a toll on is obviously your confidence. And I really didn't feel like being on camera again, because it was clear. I mean, I have documented this this second round as well, so I will do some videos talking about that. But you know, the mission statement's always been one of positivity. I wanted to give you guys that glimpse of light at the end of the tunnel. If you're waking up just like I did in July 2018 with a confusing new condition, not sure what the hell's happening, my channel, I've always been confident to come back month after month and show you guys, you know, positive thinking, a healthy diet, exercise. It really does contribute to the regrowth. And then suddenly to not be able to do that because of something I made a mistake, basically. I hadn't done my research and I was just desperate for regrowth and to try and speed it up. And that's when I realized I was going against my own advice, which was to just let this thing play out. You know, it was growing back every month. I should have just left it doing what I was doing. It was clearly working. But I got a little bit cocky and decided, hey, I've never tried biotin, let's do this. And that just kind of highlighted one of the errors. So I should always stick with what I know. I've never pretended to be an expert, guys. You know, I've always said this is my own experiences. This stuff's worked for me. It might not work for you. I know some people have reached out to me about the flaxseed oil and said there's been no change, nothing's happened. It's business as usual. It's the same old. Whereas for me, as soon as I started taking the flaxseed oil, I noticed an improvement. But maybe that's some guys' biotin. That's going to be already a high level of flaxseed oil, and then they go for it a bit too much. So yeah, it's really an individual case by case condition. But yeah, I mean, while I've got you guys on the stream here, I am obviously working on my timeline video. I've had a few comments lately asking, hey man, can you show us how bad things got? Because, it gives us that side-by-side comparison. And long-term viewers of the channel, you'll know I've been working on my timeline video for a while now. And what kept happening is I had the video almost done. I was happy with the selection of photos I had, and I said a bit about each photo, what stage of my life this was happening, and kind of people's reactions and all that. But every now and then I find another picture or a still from a video where I noticed even earlier than I expected, I could see the beginning of the condition starting to come in. So just as I was getting everything finalized, I'd be like, oh my God, you can even see that part of the beard thinning a year before, very, very subtly. Yeah, I mean, it was already happening, and I think just with that trigger, it just pushed it over the edge. And so it is interesting. I keep finding older and older pictures. But yeah, I'll show you while you're on the stream here. I mean, this is going to be bad quality. You can see my webcam's not the best. I'm using quite an old iMac. But this is a photo here. You can see this one would have been October 2018. So it started in July. This is October 2018. And you can see on both sides, it's actually quite hard to tell which side is the bad side, quote unquote, because here you can see it's evenly on both sides, the left and right. I've got nothing there. It's perfectly smooth. This was me a couple of days growth as well. So people would say as well, why don't you just shave it? Well, even when I shaved as close as I could possibly get, you could still see these patches. And in this case, it was really evident. I mean, there wasn't even any vellus hairs in there. It was just full on. And you can also see just on the side, where's my finger there? Just on that side as well, you can see up on my cheek there was a big strip. So that is this side. And you can see here that it's grown right back down. It's kind of going to connect back up here, and then it'll be that final patch just to deal with. But there, I mean, it was right up my cheek. This is, I'd say it was going to get a bit worse than this because it did start going into my moustache. You can see the beginning of it happening just over there as well. Really bad at pointing here. But yeah, on our right-hand side, you can see it was just starting to thin out on the moustache. So it would eventually spread to it all. But as you can see at this stage, it was a rainy day. This was me and my fiance in the Okanagan, just going around an orchard. And I was just doing a little video to my family. And I noticed at this point, like just how bad it had gotten. And I had already at this point just been going clean shaven. So this was the first time on the trip I just let it grow out, just out of curiosity. Because as I said, those patches were visible even when I was clean shaven. You could still see the darkness of the rest of my stubble, no matter how close I shaved. So I had these two big patches there, the big bit on the cheek. And yeah, this is how it would stay. I actually tried growing it again after this. So it was about as long as I have here, but still with those big, big patches. And, I've got photos from that period to show you as well, like just how I kind of carried on. Just trying to act like nothing was happening, and it's a very confusing condition because that's what I wanted to do, just act like everything was business as usual. Nothing had changed, and obviously it had, and people not too shy about speaking their mind and how bad it looked. So I did get a bit of a wake-up call. Of course, there's a level of immaturity that came with that, the people saying that to me, but again, I'm glad I've gone through that because, as I said, I did try to act like nothing was happening. I was kind of naive to expect people are just going to go like, oh, there's nothing going on there. So yeah, this one as well. This was a couple of weeks before that picture. So here's another one. And as you can see, this was the beginnings of, this is the patch you can see right there. On your right-hand side, that's this patch here. And you can see that one there, just the beginnings of that really coming into play. I mean, at first I had just the big patch there. That was the first one that appeared. I'll find that photo for you in a minute. But this was when I realized it's actually starting to attack both sides of my beard and already beginning up on the cheek there as well. So yeah, again, this is another still from a video. I think I do like occasional like little album reviews and with my family, which is getting into music. So I think I was recording a video for my brother, and just again, I just caught glimpses of it. And I'm always someone, I've told you guys in my videos, that I've never put stake in looks. I've never ever thought about it or cared about it or looked at my beard, or it was just something, it was just me. I never even thought about it. So for me to start catching glimpses of myself thinking, fucking hell, that's really noticeable now, because it did start off so subtle. And then, yeah, just to realize that I had to shave that completely, because I wish I was more of a guy back then that was just, I don't give a hell a fuck what anyone thinks. And, that's why I started growing it like this. But it's, so you can see that was just another example. And that's another still from that same video. So yeah, you can see it was really spreading, starting to get a lot worse up that side. And then that just shows you, I think this is probably one of the best examples of how bad that patch really got. If you go back to my second video as well, where I'm giving you the closer look at my beard, that one, you can still see very clearly this patch. Like when I talk, you can still see there's a patch there. So I am really happy with how this side is completely regrown now. And that's why it was very worrying to, while I've been away on these 2 months, for you guys just joining the stream, I've been going through a second round, as you can see from the title, a second round of Alopecia Barbae. And to see this side, I'd kind of let that go as my good side, and that nothing bad was going to happen again. So to start to see those circular patches attacking that, and I was like, okay, well, back to square one, back to the drawing board. But how do we handle this time? We don't, there was no me ignoring it and acting like nothing was going on like I did here. I knew what was happening this time. So the benefit of experience, the benefit of hindsight really came into play. So I'll find you another one here. And again, this is just to show you guys, I know there'll be people watching this not really interested in stuff like this, but that's my channel. This is the journey, and the more I know about the condition, the more I can help you guys. And I always love to hear your stories, and you all can relate to me. You understand how it is, and just how awkward the whole thing can be, especially for people that know you. And let me find you this one. It's on social media, so I'm just going to do a bit of speedy cropping. Here we go. So yeah, this one, this is after when you guys go back and watch this when I upload it, you can go back and see the photos I showed earlier. But this is me. This one was December 2018. So I started growing the beard again, trying to, and again, I'm just trying to be respectful to my fiance there and crop her out a bit. But so that was us at the Vancouver Lionsgate Bridge. And as you can see, at this point, the patch over here was at its probably at its worst in terms of how far it had spread, right up the side of my face there. This was the period where I really couldn't grow anything at all on this side. But again, I didn't care. You can see I'm really happy. Like, we're having a nice day. Just trying to move on with my life. This is one of those times I told you guys I was trying to just put it in the background of my life and just not think, people of course would see that and be like, oh yeah, like there's something up with his beard. But at the end of the day, who really cares? But looking back now, this is why I've documented it like the whole time, because you can really see the improvement there. I mean, that is still, of course, the most affected side right now. And that is the one that's taken the longest. But when I see like that both sides were, affected pretty badly, and I've seen full regrowth on this side, just still on this journey, trying to get that elusive full regrowth. But you know, guys, I'm back on the channel now. I'm looking forward to many more updates over the coming months. And I just felt it was important to jump back in front of the camera at last. I do appreciate all of your emails and comments just asking, am I okay? Is the channel still okay? Am I still alive? And yes, I'm still here, very much in the land of the living. And yeah, the most recent update was going to be all about biotin. It's going to be all about the running I've been doing, as well as a lot of mountain biking. So again, just enjoying the summer. Still COVID craziness out there, as we know, but there are lots of activities we can do where that's not a problem. When I'm up those mountains in the forest with my friends, my fiance, it's like, honestly, if you turn back the clock, I've been here 7 years now. That could be any of those years. I could be up that same mountain in that forest. There's no one around. And just for a second, you forget everything that's going on out there. So that's my advice, guys. If you've got something, an interest like that, where you can just for a moment just escape the craziness of what's been going on here. And then, yeah, just staying as positive as possible. So, yeah, taking that step back from the channel has been pretty healthy for me, guys, mentally. And when it was very apparent I was going through it again, I managed to catch it early. And just found it very important to just come back away from the channel just for a moment, because while I love the channel, I love talking to you guys, giving you the updates, making that focus again on the beard, I just felt was not the best thing for me to do if I've learned anything from that first round of the condition. So yeah, not many people joining us live here, guys. I do appreciate you that checked in, and this is going to be uploaded straight to the channel. I'm going to watch it back, and if the quality is too bad and it's too laggy, obviously I will reconsider uploading. But for those of you watching right now, thanks for being here. I hope you're keeping well. And for those watching after the fact, same to you. And just to let you know, I am back on the channel. And if this one doesn't quite work out quality-wise, I do have another video ready to upload, pretty much saying the same thing, where I've been, why I've been gone, and just announcing I am back, and updates will continue. So yeah, hope everyone's well and stay safe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers, guys.